Welcome! Today we're drawing a running or galloping horse, and be sure to stay tuned for the journaling prompt at the end. We're going to start with the little dip of the back, so a very gentle curve, and then the rounded over the hindquarters, and they're almost equal parts, and then a little rise of the wither. And that angle there is the shoulder, so I have that lower picture so you can look and see. And now I'm connecting it so it's the body. The rear end is going to get fleshed out a lot more, but there's the body. And now we're going to add on the neck, and you can look and see how much of it is equal to the body. And it's pretty level to the wither. He's like at a flat out gallop, and the underside of the neck. So it's about half the size of the body, and there's lots of room for variations in this. So I'm starting with the top part of the head that's going to fill and become the cheekbone, and then I'm coming down for the muzzle, remembering their head is flat, and curving to do underneath. Again, I'm just roughing it in. There's the ear, flat back, it's in a full out gallop. And now adding our legs. So this is the foreleg, and I'm making that part wider. And then the hind leg really reaching well underneath. So I'm trying to show you how this is coming underneath. And I stopped at about where the hock is going to be, but they're angled towards each other. And I'm trying to show you the angle that this hind leg is coming up and under his shoulder of the hock, and then the pastern, or fetlock, sorry. And then we're coming back with the front leg, and they're going to be crossed there to the fetlock. And we are seeing a little bit of the horse's left leg on the other side coming forward, and then it's going to be bending behind. And I'm trying to make like the joints big and thick so you can see them. You're roughly making them the same size as each other, but it's kind of a stick figure for a horse in a way. And adding in the hooves, I've switched to a smaller marker, so I put like a little smile underneath the fetlock, and it's a short line in the back, longer line for the front of the hoof again, and then connecting with the pastern. So, and I'm thinking, okay, so this foot is off the ground, the bottom of the foot is actually facing the side of the page, not the bottom, but I built the foot in the same way. And then this one, it's like curled up underneath his body, so the bottom of the hoof is actually facing the belly. So there are 3 hooves facing 3 different directions as we fill them in. And while I have the gray, I'm going to add the muzzle in a gray, just really right on top of the orange. Inside the ear. And I fast forwarded, filling him in as quickly as I could. Remember, you can do your horses any color you want. I end up making this one a bay. So I'm marking where the tail is coming from, and then I'm trying to keep the pen out of the way to show you that blowing of it. So it's really off in the wind, showing he's got some momentum going as he's galloping. And same thing on the mane, I'm having it blow backwards. And a little bit of the forelock blowing up as he's running into the wind. And I did that with the big Sharpie, but I'm going to switch to the small Sharpie to show the eye. I'm trying to show you where I'm putting it down the head, the right amount down the head, and it's kind of a triangle on its side, nostril, and mouth. And as I put in the darker orange to just add a little bit of definition, you definitely could get carried away and add more than I do here. It's almost outlining certain parts of it, adding a little structure to the head. I try to go really quickly in the video, just trying to show like the leg that's in front. Loosely outlining some aspects of it and then adding a little shading to this leg that's on the other side. I realize this is very similar to the Mustang logo, so running wild and free. And lastly, I just add a line underneath to show he's really off the ground. And now for our journaling exercise. Tips for taking action. Choose a problem. Finding a problem isn't hard, but staying focused on one problem is. So try writing out exactly what you want to address in your journal. 2. Brainstorm the possible solutions for this problem, everything you can think of. Then choose one or two of those ideas that you think might make the most difference. 3. Research those ideas or possibilities so you can have a full set of anything you need to go forward with them. 4. Plan your action steps. Make a list of all the steps you need to take to put those ideas into action. Prepare yourself. 5. Just do it. Take the action. Actually do what you have mapped out. 6. Evaluate. Is your plan working? How do you know? Try to define some indicators for what progress means. Are some efforts being effective and others not? Have you tried everything? Keep thinking creatively about this one problem. 7. Persevere. Often your first attempt does not solve the problem. In order to solve the problem, you'll need to keep trying until you find something that does work, but don't give up. And 8. Celebrate your progress. When you have taken action, celebrate the small steps forward in order to encourage yourself to keep going.